Namaste and welcome to our 6th day together. It's wonderful to be with you again. We've covered many interesting journeys, short ones but interesting, right from understanding the rag, to understanding the science of the Vedic mantra, to understanding the movement of the Om in the body, to understanding the secret of the chakras. And then we went further into how sound affects the chakras through seed sounds or the Beej Mantras. And yesterday, in our 5th session, we also touched upon and discovered some interesting secrets from the science of Swar Yoga, how our pranic flows through the different nadis can help us to change our inner conditions, to heal certain diseases, how the Beej Mantra can be used to cure certain diseases and health conditions. Some of you asked me specific treatments for or specific seed sounds or Beej Mantras for specific ailments and diseases, and a couple of you also called me and wrote to me on email, and I'm really happy if I can be of any help in any way. So today we are going to just briefly, maybe for about a few minutes, just go through the Beej Mantras again, just to reinforce the practice of it, because they're very, very powerful and useful practices in our life. And I think if we just go through the whole thing together once, that will be wonderful before we go on to the mudras. So let's do the Beej Mantras for the core Beej Mantras for 7 chakras, the Mahabhuta chakras, and the Agnya chakra and the Sahasrara. So sit straight, keep your spine straight. Begin with concentrating at the base of your body, at the Mooladhara chakra. Take a deep breath. Feel a light at your tailbone, at the base of your body, and we'll chant the Beej Mantra for the Prithvi Tattva in our body at the Mooladhara, the sound Lam. Lam. Together. Lung. Lung. Now we concentrate on the Swadhisthana chakra. At the belly, in line with the lower lumbar vertebrae. and the sound is Wang. W with Bindu. Together, take a deep breath. Wang. 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 At the navel and the solar plexus, Ram. Rang. 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 At the heart chakra, at the Anahata, Yang. 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 At the Vishuddhi chakra, the level of the throat, Hum. 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 At the level of the third eye, the Ajna chakra, Om. At the level of the Sahasrara, Aham. 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 Feeling good? Mudras. This is a mudra. One of the most important mudras that we all know and we practice from time to time. So what is a mudra? What is a mudra? Mudra means stance, position. Some mudra means in the position of utmost samatha. What is a samudra? Samudra? Samudra. Ocean. You call an ocean samudra. You also call an ocean arnav. Many words for ocean. But there's a difference. At the depth of the ocean, where there are no waves, no whirlpools, nothing, at the depths of the ocean, the water is very still. That stillness of the deep ocean is samudra. Yes, sorry for the Tanpura. At the depth of the ocean, where there is complete stillness, we have the ocean as samudra. At the surface of the ocean, you have waves, you have tidal waves, you have moods. The surface responds to the lunar energies. And it's constantly moving, it's constantly changing form. It's peaceful, there's upheaval, there's cycles, and so on. But at the depth, there's stillness. Mudra. So mudra is that which brings concentration. A stance, a position which brings concentration is a mudra. So any other questions we will take up in a while? So this mudra, the Namaskar mudra, is that which brings our whole being into a state of centrality, into a state of calmness, into a state of inner and outer respect, and into a state of symmetry if we do it right. Okay, a very quick question. Somebody is asking me how many times can the Beej Mantra be chanted. So like I mentioned earlier as well, you can chant very many times, but to begin with, you can start with each Beej Mantra being chanted 9 times or 12 times. So each one 9 or 12 times, and then you go on to the next one. But if you have an ailment in a particular part which is connected with a chakra, then at that chakra you can spend more time. You can chant the mantra longer before you move on to the next one. Okay? And if you're really in a hurry, then you can do just 3 times each, just like what we did right now. So you can do it 3 times each and complete the whole cycle in about 5 minutes. Okay. So coming back to the mudras, Namaskar. Why is this mudra so special? Why is the Namaskar so special? What happens when you fold your hands together, when you bring your left and your right palm together? What are you really doing? What is happening to your body? This is the only part of your body which you can actually bring together. The left side of your body and the right side of your body can be joined only through your palms or through the soles of your feet. There is no other part which is connected to the right and the left side of your body which can come together except your palms and the soles of your feet. And normally it's not so easy to get the soles of your feet together, but it's quite easy to get your palms together. So what happens when you do the Namaskar? You are actually creating an electrical circuit between the left side of your body and the right side of your body, including the left and the right brain. So there's a circuit. There's can be energy conservation or there can be energy enhancement. There is energy enhancement that happens when a circuit is created. Otherwise, there is dispersal of energy. But when you bring your hands together, there's a circular motion. There's circuit created. And that circuit intensifies the energy within you. It makes you wholesome. It makes you complete. It makes you, brings you back to samatha. It brings you back to harmony, both within and towards your outer atmosphere. So it's a beautiful mudra. It's a beautiful mudra, the Namaskar. The most popular mudra in our culture, except that we don't know that it's a mudra, but it is a mudra. It's the most popular mudra of our culture, not just used in religion, but used in everyday life with everybody. Today, so many countries have adopted the Namaskar instead of a handshake. Very interesting. It's mainly for hygiene purposes today, but they don't realize how much more is happening to them with the Namaskar. So, that's your first mudra today. Okay? You might have learned a lot of mudras. We will cover a very few mudras in this session today because we hardly have much time. But just to give you an idea of how mudras can affect us, how they can make us conscious of how we are thinking, feeling, concentrating at this very moment. So a lot of you might have heard of Gyan Mudra or Chin Mudra. Yes? So, this is Gyan Mudra or Chin Mudra. Okay? Your three last fingers together and your first finger touching your thumb. Gyan Mudra or Chin Mudra. This can be used in two ways. Either you have your palm facing upward, okay? And so when you have your palm facing upward, very lightly resting on your, so okay. So you rest this on your lap. I think think I'll have to lower this so that you can see me. Just a moment, please. So this way on your lap, resting on your lap, that's Chin Mudra. When your palms are up, you are receiving insight. You're receiving from the higher energies above. When you turn your hands this way and rest them on your lap this way, downward, then you are receiving from the earth consciousness. Receiving Gyan from the earth consciousness and aspiring for light or aspiring for insight from above. Okay? So this is Chin Mudra or Gyan Mudra. I'm sure some of you already practice it, even subconsciously. Yes? Practicing Chin Mudra or Gyan Mudra allows you to come into a state of deep concentration. When you join the first finger with your thumb, you are activating your Agnya Chakra and your whole neural network. Your whole neural network is activated with Chin Mudra or Gyan Mudra. The whole nervous network is ordered and brought under control. Okay? So, suppose you have mental stress. A lot of us might have mental stress at this time. A beautiful mudra to control mental stress, to control anxiety is Chin Mudra. Sit with your eyes closed in Chin Mudra, whichever is comfortable, either palms facing upward or palms facing downward. Relax, take deep breaths, chant Om. That way you reinforce the action at the Agnya Chakra along with the Chin Mudra. If you chant Om, the effect is multifold. And if you don't feel like chanting, just keep breathing softly, deeply. One very important thing that I must say, while you're chanting, if you're not chanting, while you're sitting in mudra, we do not breathe. We do not breathe. We allow the breath to happen. We allow the breath to happen. Breathing happens whether you're conscious or not. You live because you breathe. However, when you become conscious, again, you're not really the doer, but the facilitator. You're allowing the breath to happen to you. Which means let the breath go in and just observe it. Don't try to push. When we try too hard, our body gets tense. Our shoulders get tense. We tend to do this when you're breathing. We tend to become too conscious of our chest and so on. So let the breath happen. Let the breath go in without any blockage. So that's the way we breathe deep, by not becoming the doer of the breath. You are just allowing your body to become easy so that the breath and the depth of the breath is facilitated. That's very important in any yogic practice, whether it's chanting or sitting in a yogic asana or doing a mudra. Breathing is a very, very crucial and important element of all mudras and asanas and mantric practices. Let the breath happen. Let it be deep. Okay? So that's one mudra. We don't have much more time today, but I'm going to introduce you to a couple of Shakti mudras today before we go. Shakti mudras. I spoke about briefly about the Meru earlier, the Shri Yantra. Some of you might have seen a picture of the Shri Yantra, both just as a Shri Chakra with many diamonds and triangles and circles, beautiful yantra. Or you might have seen it in its three-dimensional form, like a Meru, like a pyramidical structure with 9 levels. That Shri Yantra, the Meru, is also called the body of the universe. It is also called the body of the Divine Mother. It is also called a representation of our own body, because we are a hologram of the body of the Divine Shakti. So that's a whole very, very fascinating study of the energies of the universe and the Shaktis of the universe. Shakti means power, Shakti means energy, Shakti also means the feminine divine. So without going too much into that today, we'll probably go into it tomorrow, because tomorrow is the day of, in our culture, it's called the day of the Devi, Friday, day of Shakti. So we'll talk about Shakti tomorrow. But today I will introduce a couple of Shakti mantras which we use when we are doing the Sri Vidya practices, when we are concentrating on the Sri Yantra. So then we begin with the Mooladhara Chakra with a very, very simple mudra. Okay? All your fingers and thumb together and connected to each other, and then one finger open. Okay? So what I want you to do is concentrate on your Mooladhara Chakra. Okay? Concentrate on your Mooladhara Chakra at the base of your body. Relax your body, relax your hands, relax your fingers as you do your mudra. No tension anywhere. And with this mudra, I'm going to teach you a Shakti Beej Mantra today. Dram. So let's try and do the Bija Dram with this mudra. Okay? Dra. 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 Once more, and feel your fingers. Feel what's happening in your fingers when you're doing this. Dra, with force. Dra. Dram. D with half r, a, and bindu. D-R-A-A-M. Actually, not ma, it's bindu. Dram. Okay. So somebody feels, Supriya feels the fingers are moving towards each other. Yeah. Magnetic pull. Anything else? Any other reactions to this mudra? This is in line with your Mooladhara chakra. I will describe other names for this chakra when we do the Shri Yantra. We'll briefly touch upon it, I think, on Saturday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do the energies of the 4 Mahashaktis within us and how all of us in this universe are made out of 4 specific archetypes, and how we operate in these, in our universe, in this world, in all that we do through these 4 Mahashakti characteristics. And we'll also do a little experiment on what kind of Shakti we are, which kind of Mahashakti are we closer to. So we'll discuss that tomorrow and see the vibrational importance of the archetype or the characteristic of each Mahashakti within us, and how it plays in terms of our character and the work we do. So Anjali says she feels the Mooladhara chakra. That's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yes, it's the base of your whole life. It's the base of your being. It's the Aadhar. You will strengthen the Aadhar if you do Dram. You will feel your roots. You will feel the roots of your consciousness through Dram. Feel the roots of your consciousness. Try it. So there are many mudras like that. The next one at the Swadhisthana, which we can quickly cover right now, is, so Dram was 1 finger, and then you open up the next finger, Dream, 2 fingers. That's at your Swadhisthana chakra. So you concentrate at the belly and Dream. Dream. There's a whole body which is called Eem Vidya. Beej Mantras ending with Eem, which have a very different effect on the body. It's a whole world of Beej Mantras, which are sonic sciences. sonic technologies for changing human consciousness, for changing our body, for treating our body, for cleansing our body. So that's dream. So that's two mudras which are part of the Sri Vidya practice, part of the Shakti practices. And there is a whole world of mudras which you can also discover yourselves through some research. And of course, learning the mudras in detail would require much, much more time, a more intensified engagement, workshop, of course. But it's good to begin a little journey and realize actually what is happening to us through mudra and why mudras are such powerful and simple ways of not only fortifying ourselves or healing ourselves or empowering ourselves, but actually making ourselves conscious of being in a symmetrical stance, of being in a stance that brings us into concentration within ourselves. And that is the greatest gift of this whole science and practice of mudras. So yes, you're feeling heat in your on your fingertips. You're actually feeling the chakra, some of you. As you practice this more and more, as you stay with it longer, you will actually see things, feel things, observe things happening on the level of the fingers themselves, but more importantly, in your body, in your mind, in your consciousness, in your heart, in your feelings. Samatha. Very important thing that happens with mudras is that you come into samatha. You go away from the pulls and pushes of emotion, of stress, of anxiety. You come into samatha. That's one of the greatest gifts of being in mudra. Your whole being becomes quiet and concentrated in the present moment, in the action of the mudra. So be with it, try it, experiment with it, enjoy it, and explore. Explore. There's a whole world of exploration out there. It's fun, it's energizing, it's empowering, it's healing, it's vibrational, it's you. So discover the real you through all these little tools given to us through the millenniums of our great culture. Okay? So I think we'll stop with that today. Come back tomorrow. Any very quick question? Anybody wants to ask? Thank you. So I'll see you tomorrow with the Shaktis. Get ready for the Shaktis tomorrow. Okay? So again, a question very quickly, which I will answer. How many times to chant the Dram? It's not D-R-A-M-A. It is D-R-A-A-M. Actually, not even M when you actually chant. It's the Bindu. Dram. D-R-A-A and Bindu. Or when you write it in English, it's Dram. The ma is not pulled. It's not drama. It's Drang. Bindu. Okay? Dream. And again, chant 9 times or 12 times. Same. or 3 if you're in a hurry. Okay? So, coming back to be with you tomorrow at 10 p.m. on FOMO No More. Like the page and you'll get notifications of all our future sessions together. And see you tomorrow at 10. Namaste.